I've got a bit of prose to read for you today, but yeah, what's the time? I should be able to get through it. Yeah, that's fine. I'm joking, it's not actually this whole fucking thing. Right, so, yeah, could I? Yeah, thank you. I recall an old Islamic saying that everyone has to die, and that the only real truth is death, and when all is dead, even death will die. I learnt this from the new Lord Mayor as I drank from a crystal glass. The rest of the city droned like distant bees through the parlour windows, and at the time Leicester appeared to be far, far beneath us. I pushed out of his panelled parlour, onto the red carpet decorated with white roses, down the stairs and out onto Town Hall Square. I saw Leicester, the white rose from that ancient crest, but in the sunlight she looked closer to ivory, which was far more inviting than virtuous, as that carpet would have had me believe. It was not a city of perfection or a utopia with dreamlike countenance. It was Leicester, a real city, perfectly ripe and beautifully rotten. An elderly person with holes in his shoes walked up to me as I stood in that doorway. He didn't beg, just looked at me, standing there in my tailored suit as if out of pity. He beckoned me to his level, as if to whisper something deeply personal. You still have no idea what it is to live, he told me, as if he were confessing my own sin. I reached into my pocket, but I had no change, not that he noticed. To live, he continued, is not to accept your lot in life. To truly live is to make your mark on the world, to not be afraid to scream your name into the abyss, never truly knowing if it will ever echo back to you, and to have the courage to keep on screaming, shouting, roaring, until one day you hear it repeated. And if you do hear it repeated, you scream back. You scream back with all your heart and soul, to meet it until you can't scream any longer. And when your throat is raw and you're collapsed on the floor, there is a chance, albeit a small one, that you will not hear the silence of this, but a torrent of echoes roaring back at you. This old man may not have had all the money in the world, but he had an air of authority, and I no longer recall why, but I felt as if I could trust him. I found myself confiding in him, telling him of my failures, fears, hopes and ambitions. I told him of the Lord Mayor's comment that all will die, and that of course I wanted to make my mark, but that I was afraid of the abyss. What if, I asked him, for all my screaming, I heard nothing in return? That is not the question you should be asking, said the old man. The question you should be asking yourself is, what if you never dared to scream? He pushed my arm to gently walk past as I contemplated these last words. I must have been staring at the ground for quite a while, as when I looked back, he was on the other side of the fountain. I called to catch his attention, but it was clear he couldn't hear me over the rush of water, so I called again, this time a little louder, and I was sure he must have heard me that time. Now, long after he disappeared around the corner of that dazzling square, I finally understand. He must have felt as if he had to keep walking, for me, and one day, when all is dead but shades and echoes, I'll remember to thank him. Thank you.